Alright guys, and in this particular segment we will be talking about building a mini dance studio. First of all, why do you need to do that? Again, I want to make this program very short, so I'm not going to go into long scientific explanation how our subconscious mind control our self-motivation. I will do a little bit of shameless self-marketing. It's a bit of a passion of mine, self-motivation, self-discipline, and I have came up with a little seminar, very condensed, very practically oriented, that teaches you how to self-motivate yourself, how to achieve things that you planned. Because I had a problem when I quit working for the boss and I become self-employed. I remember I would wake up and I had such a huge to-do list, and I would be like, all right, so I had a coffee and no, I'm not doing it, and then I would get mad at myself. So long story short, I came up with a solution, and the product is called Remedy Against Laziness. And by the way, being lazy is the most natural thing for us humans. Turned out it helps us to conserve energy, and that contributes to our survival. So don't be mad at yourself next time. But enough of that. Let's talk about your dance studio, creating your dance studio. First thing that you need to have, mirrors. All right, if you watch the footage of me practicing at home, you saw that I have huge mirrors on the wall. You don't need it, so you can actually get a bunch of small mirrors at IKEA and put them together. All right, I know it's not perfect, but we're trying to implement the imperfectionist mindset, so it will work. It will do the job, because we will have another tool to help us correct and control our moves. All right, mirrors. Second thing, you will need to have a laptop or a computer just in front of you. So you got your mirrors here and you got your laptop here, and you will have to have it set up in a way so that you can see Qi DVD, and so that you can play it and practice it and see yourself in the mirror. And just my personal experience, I had a feeling that when I did that, I watched his DVD and I saw myself in the mirror, I had the feeling that I was in his dance studio. And I remember I was talking to a girl and I told her, like, okay, I'm taking dance lessons now. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. So she's like, what school are you going to? I'm like, I'm doing it online. She's like, really? No way. I said, yeah. So, but if you didn't try it, it feels so real if you are actually, standing next to Qi. And I think that is why many people try to apply for coaching. I don't know actually if Qi does coaching, but anyways, I only used his DVDs and it worked really well for me. Third thing, recording devices. What can you use to record yourself? First thing, your phone, cell phone, and the second thing, you can use your web camera, or you can also try to use a camcorder. So I'm using camcorder right now, for example, and I use it for recording my practices. Right, so why do we need to record ourselves? It has to do with the concept of self-image. It's the way we think about ourselves. It's nothing more but a set of beliefs. And there are negative beliefs and there are positive beliefs. An example of negative beliefs, those people who said, oh, I'm not good with numbers. Well, it's not actually true, because it's just the belief that this person has formed. Maybe when he was asked, to do some arithmetic, during the math class, he was asked something and somebody started laughing and he made a mistake, and then it worked like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So, oh, I'm not good with numbers, so just, okay, I'll always make a mistake. Same was true when it came to dancing. In my case, it's hard to believe, but my mother, she's a ballet dancer, and you think naturally I would have that in my genes. Probably I'll have it in my genes, but I had also that negative belief that I am not a good dancer. I can't dance. All right, so and I managed to override it, and I explain how the recording helps to do that. Positive beliefs. Some, those guys who are like, oh, I'm good with girls. You look at him, he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. So he goes to the girl and, he talks, and you see that, wow, she likes him, and he gives him her number, and you're like, what? Look at this guy, come on. And it's just the belief that he formed. So what's important to understand, there are some negative and positive beliefs, and that they can be changed. So let's talk about how we can change and form the right beliefs. Change negative and form the right belief for you. Okay, when you look into the mirror, you actually don't see yourself. You see some distorted image. It's the same when you, for the first time, hear yourself on the your recording of your voice. You're like, oh my God, this is such a difference, huge difference. Well, when you look at your footage for the first time, you will be also surprised. And this is very important to understand, and you have to apply a certain mindset when you are watching your footage. Again, imperfectionist mindset. The way we are designed, we try to find some negative things, right? And again, book How to Become an Imperfectionist covers this all, explains it. So you have to train yourself to look for things that you did right. So when you watch your footage, you look for things that you did right. And again, what is right? Relatively okay. What is our purpose? What is the purpose of our program? Relatively okay. Do not, well, you will automatically compare yourself to Chi and other people, but understand that you have to look for things that you did right. It gives you a boost in self-motivation, right? And I remember I had a student, and we were practicing. She needed to do some public speaking, and I told her to record her and then watch the footage, but then turned out that it didn't work for her, and I was like, what's happened? And she's like, yeah, well, I do this wrong and this wrong and this. And I said, wait, try to watch it, but try to look for things that you did right. And naturally that helped her eventually, because you actually see that, wow, there are some things that I did right. If you watch me practicing, I think it was body roll, it was so hard for me to get. 95% of things that I did were wrong. But if I watched it, I would get really discouraged and I would stop doing the program, right? And I would quit again. But instead of that, I watched for those 5% of things that I did right. What I did right? I'm already practicing. It's already something what I'm doing right. I'm having a good time. This is right. All right. Okay, you managed to do it one time, another time. Let's say you didn't do it perfect. It's good enough for me. It works. All right. Okay, so we covered recording here. All right, and well. Another thing, so when you watch the footage, you upload this new information to your brain and you override negative belief. So you show it's like a proof. You're showing yourself, I can dance. That's the proof. Look at it. And this is how you change your negative beliefs. All right. I use this technique a lot, also in dating. So I had students who were afraid of approaching girls. So we would take, we would record how he would approach a girl. And then you look at the footage and you see, look at her, she's smiling. So, I was so stressed, I didn't even see that. He thought when he was talking to her that she didn't like him, but then we watch the footage and we can actually see, I'm like, this is the indicator of interest, this is indicator of interest. Yeah, naturally we delete all the footage after that, after analyzing it. But it also was really mind-blowing for some guys. Oh my God. I remember one guy, he's like, oh my God, yeah, well, where did she go? Where did she go? She liked me, I want to find her. And well, she already left, but he realized that actually she liked him. Okay, enough of that, and let's move to another tool that I used to stay on track and to boost my motivation. I used a table. You will see it enclosed in this product, in this program. And what it does for you, first it helps you to see what needs to be done. Then there are numbers. We will talk about why I have numbers assigned to each move. We'll talk about in the segment called mnemonics. And once you finished practice, you've learned 3 moves. Or 2 moves, or 1 move, highlighted with yellow. This is how I did it. And then it shows you, okay, I've done some work. All right, it's a great, like it gives you a great feeling. Okay, I accomplished something. It helps you to stay on track, helps to self-motivate yourself. And also, when you see that, okay, this is my goal, this is how many things I need to do, you budget your energy. You don't overdo things. That was my mistake in the very beginning. I would overdo things. I would over practice in the beginning, okay, and I would quit. Now I know, okay, there are so many moves and I have to budget my energy. All right, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. The very last thing that I want to mention here, usage of props, different props. All right, if you, when you watch my footage, you will see that I have been practicing in different outfits, in casual ones and in dressing ones, actually in the same shirt. There is a reason why I did it. I wanted to see the proof that I can dance in different outfits. And why? Because casual outfits, in casual outfits I would probably go and dance somewhere like at house parties. In dressy outfits I would dance somewhere in launches and some upscale places. All right, and I wanted to eliminate this excuse that I might have. Let's say I am in like place where people will dress up and I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I can use the this chi dance sequence, like moves here. And actually when I watched the footage recording, I said, yeah, that works fine. All right, that was my way to work with my future excuses. All right. Another thing to mention here is I wore a baseball hat. Again, it's a technique from NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It helps you to sort of bring you in a certain mood by using certain objects. I practiced dance moves and I felt great, and I wore the baseball hat, and I did it several times, a couple of times in a row, and my body remembered, when I wear this baseball hat, I feel great, I feel like dancing, and everything is wonderful. And if you watch the footage, you will see I have this recording. I'm actually really scared wearing this baseball hat. I'm really scared. I'm talking to my friend, he's recording me, and it doesn't matter what we're talking about, but I'm really scared because I know that now I have to go on a dance floor, and I'm wearing this hat. It helped me to get into the mode. Then if you watch the footage, you see that I'm not wearing it. The entire night I didn't wear it at all. But in the very beginning, it helped me to get into the mode. All right, that was it for this segment. So now you know what you got to do. Apply all the knowledge that you've learned here and enjoy dancing. See you in my next segment. Take care.